Okay, so we have a little bit of time before the concert starts today, the concerts. So we're going to walk through the kitchen and just assess what it is that needs to be done in our particular kitchen. So we have this one counter over here that has got a toaster oven and the Instapot and a crock pot, mixing bowls. So this is a bag that I took out of the freezer. When I cleaned the freezer and most of the refrigerator the other day, one of the things that was really important to me was that all space was used for essential food items. This is a bag of all the extra teriyaki and mandarin orange chicken sauce that comes out of the Trader Joe's packages. And the plan was we add it when we want extra orange sauce or if we're making the orange chicken from scratch. But right now I think it has to go. So it's sitting on the counter because I haven't quite gotten it to the trash. In our house, they are labeled. The trash and the recycle cabinets are labeled. So maybe that'll get thrown. Over here, we actually have the Science Center. These ingredients, these items on the shelf counter, except for the green tin, are actually things I use in making, in dyeing yarn and making soap. So they're kind of away from everything else. Then we're going to go over here to the refrigerator. Top of the refrigerator, I have this great bread basket, bread box, but it's not going to live up there permanently because it's not a great place for bread. But right now it's got some baked goods. And these are my pots and pans that are only used for dye and soap. And you can see the top of the refrigerator is kind of dirty and dusty. This is the crap counter in our kitchen. It's a little bit of everything. We've got our compost here. We've got the little plants that we've started here. We've got seeds. We've got the two little dishes that we use when we collect oil. They're both sitting with soapy water right now to get cleaned. We got our other sponges and scrubbers there. We've got our Brita. In our house, we have a hand and a dish soap dispenser. Probably a good thing to do. And looks like the dish soap needs to be refilled. I did the hand soap already. Let's go around here. Got some dishes. I was doing just like the dishes from the day and some extra dishes before we get into cleaning out the refrigerator. But we got our nice hot soapy water. Also, before we do the really gross stuff, we've got all kinds of water bottles in here so that they can get washed. Now you've seen over here before, we've got the different containers for different kinds of utensils. We've got a food dehydrator in the back corner and the asparagus in the gravy dish. I'll bring this over here so we can see it better. But why, Auntie Kia? Why do you have your asparagus in a gravy bowl? So it's really simple. When you buy fresh asparagus, the best way to actually store it is to take just a little bit off the bottoms and then to actually store it in just a little bit of water. Let's see if we can see that there's some water in the bottom there. And usually if you can put it in the refrigerator, but right now there's not a tall enough counter space for it in there, so we just put it out here on the counter. We're going to hopefully eat it today or tomorrow. Okay, so this counter, when we're going to do the deep clean, we are actually going to take everything off and we're going to scrub everything down. We're going to do the backsplash. We're going to do the cabinet fronts. And we're going to do up there. Oh no, not up there. But yes, up there, because up there gets really dusty. We have our popcorn maker. Hey Val, we've got that little coffee thing on the left is for you. We've got a juicer, which apparently we're going to be doing some orange juice. We've got, I really like cake plates, as you can see. We've got the teapot. This basket here is actually our tea stuff. So if I was having a tea party, I take that down. It's got all the little teacups for everybody. More cake plates. So when you do a deep clean, you're actually going to start with the ceiling and then the tops of your walls and work your way down, dusting and washing. And so for this, the curtains are going to get taken down and washed. The windowsill's going to get washed. The couple of cobwebs are going to be taken care of. Over here we've got the stove, which isn't so bad. We had lunch today and we didn't really give it a wipe down afterwards because everyone's in the middle of school and work. So we're not taking the time to clean it like if it was after a dinner. Another thing that I did today is I had a phone call with a friend who has some dietary restrictions, some really severe ones. And so we had a phone call and I went through my cupboard and said, how about these things? Can you eat these things? Can you have those things? So this is some stuff we're going to be putting in this bag that we just washed the other day on day one. Wash down your reusable grocery bags. And then we'll be delivering that, probably just leaving it outside saying, hey, here's your groceries. See you later. When we do the deep clean, we're going to be taking the toaster and taking all the crumbs out. We're going to clean out the coffee grinder and all those great things. Now we're going to come around to this side. We've got, this is our current basket for fresh eggs. It is over here. It's not on a counter because when you get fresh eggs, kind of zoom in so you can see, they're not clean, right? They're not dirty, but you don't wash your fresh eggs until you're going to use them or store them, because eggs actually have this protective barrier around them, and as soon as you wash them it breaks that down and bacteria can actually get inside. So these ones are fresh just yesterday. We don't need them right now because we have about 7 or 8 in the refrigerator, so we want to keep these out here until we need them. This basket will end up full at some point, and so again, good reminder, the Auntie Kia has chickens and fresh eggs. So you see in here we've got 4. We happen to have a number of chickens and ducks, and if everybody is laying, I can get a half a dozen a day, and my family does not need a half a dozen eggs. So we'll definitely be bartering and or giving eggs away to people who need it. So now we're going to come back over here to the other side of the kitchen. Whoop, you don't want to see that. So this is actually our tea trolley, and it's got our waffle machine that you've seen before and our soda streamer. Then we've got over here, we've got some small appliances. We've got the blender, we've got our food processor we call Big Red. We've got Big Blue back there. Now you'll see that there's towels and things on top of them. That's to keep dust out. This particular one is because I was actually going to dust with it. And then here's our, here's where we put all of our containers. And you'll notice the containers are upside down. Again, this is so that you can minimize dust or anything else falling in them when you go to get them out to put food away. In our house, we try to be organized, so that was squares and rectangulars. These are round and oval. This particular unit I got at IKEA, happened to get it on clearance. There's a James, I'm going to let him go through. We have art on the wall. You want to know how long that art's been there? Really long time. But it's fun. Let's look at the fun art. Ryle drew these when he was a little Ryle. It's an anomaly. It says, kill me. This is imperfect. The guy's got braces and glasses, and I really love that that was what my kid felt was imperfect. Somebody whose eyes didn't work so well that they needed glasses and whose teeth needed braces. This is Cuddles. I really love this guy. This is Cuddles. And Ditzy. And, you know, she's just la la la. She's having a good old time. All right. So that was a quick little fun break. We're going to come over here. So we actually have in our house a cleaning cart. You will find that Aunt Kia really loves her IKEA rolling bins. So here's the cleaning cart. Now one of the other things that Aunt Kia really loves, and I've made my peace with it, is the Amazon Subscribe and Save. I really feel like I do a lot of important work in the world, and having my cleaning supplies delivered so I don't have to worry about it is a necessity. So on the bottom here we've got our Swiffer Dry and Swiffer Wets. because we have hardwood floors. We have a clean day. This is the concentrate, so you just mix it with water, and that works really well. Then over here we've got our Swiffer dusters, because we do have a lot of spider webs and ceiling fans, which we'll get to cleaning ceiling fans another day. We've got Clorox micro scrubbers. These guys come in a lovely 3-pack, and so they're really great and wonderful right now, and I'm wishing I hadn't been so really good lately at not having too many, because we're down to just like our last couple. On the top we've got sponges, and this one is ammonia. These are those clean day refillables. This one is empty for water and or vinegar. We've got Murphy's oil soap because we've got a lot of wood again. Here is our refill of our dish soap. I was saying earlier, we're going to need that. It's handy. And we've got the refillables of the hand soap, which again, awesome that we have that, because it's really hard to get that right now maybe. And then so we've got this. This is really easy. One of the great parts is that it can get rolled to any part of the house so that we can clean and do the deep cleaning on a regular basis. Right behind it, we're not going to get into this one, but this one is a snacks and dried goods and cereals and oatmeal station, which we just organized the other day. Now, this is what we call our island, right? It's one of those freestanding islands with the silverware and the towels. Now, when we do the deep cleaning, we're going to take everything out of these drawers. We're going to clean them. We're going to wash down all the silverware. That's going to happen. And so with the napkins, we have a lot of cloth napkins. I'm really into the idea of cloth napkins. Mine get washed on a regular basis anyway, because we do use them, and every so many months I actually just take them all out and wash them, whether we've used them or not. And that's the kind of thing we're going to do during a deep clean. Now, here is our stack of takeout, not takeout because we don't do takeout, but restaurant napkins. And I actually had this idea that I might give these to Ryle for a while instead of toilet paper, and instead of it being our backup, like if we just use those now and kept the toilet paper as the backup. I don't know, that's a thought on my mind. So now this particular counter, I have some items that I haven't managed to get put away yet. We've got some almonds and some almond meal that need to go into containers like these guys. I'd like to keep everything in those. I've got some poblano peppers that we're going to be roasting. That'll be another episode because we're going to make some stuff with that. Back here, this is a kind of a mess. I got a bunch of seeds and things that I just haven't organized. One of the ways I've organized my seeds is actually on an old spice rack. And super excited that we'll be able to get some of that stuff planted. This is the bread that hasn't get put away, and one of the ways that I store stuff when I haven't put it away yet is we keep it in, themed bag, right? I don't want to, whatever. So this bag is just like our bread, our burger buns, our bagels. Just needs to get put away, and I just haven't had the time. And we have a bookcase in here that does have some books, some cookbooks, has some snack stuff, has other things. It's got our bread machine that James uses to make pizza dough. Down here we've got bottled soda, bottled water, and some vegetable glycerin, which I actually bought a while back so that we can make our own laundry softener. So that'll be a lesson. This is our tea cart. All these tins have some kind of tea in them, and because James has this great label maker, we have the labels on it. And then we've got on the next shelf, we've got the dog treats and cat treats, and cat food. And normally there's a large peanut butter on here for giving Odie peanut butter treats. Down below we have some more dried grains. We've got some popcorn left, couscous, some lentils, some split pea. Most likely I'm going to send some of that stuff to my friend. I've got chia seeds, just different. Oh, and this is going to end up coming in really useful at some point. I bought egg replacer. One of the things that we like to do in our house is we like to make sure that if you were to come over and I was going to cook for you, I could provide you what you need for your dietary restrictions. So if you were gluten-free, we have gluten-free stuff. If you were vegan, we had vegan stuff, but it didn't have a replacer yet. So yeah, so this is the kitchen, and this is what we're going to be deep cleaning after the concert. And I'm just going to start really simple. I'm just going to take, like I tell my family, just take one section of something. Just do something for, 20 minutes. So this is the door. The door is going to have to get washed again. It's kind of got some fingerprints. Now when we talk about cleaning down the doors, we're going to be really, really pay attention to doorknobs and, door frames. So many people come in and out and they put their hands everywhere, right? We want to make sure we clean that. So yeah, I know one of my friends is like, can we just do a whole week for one of those things you have on there for a day? And I get it, right? Like, I am not getting up at the crack of dawn anymore. Not that I ever did. Let me rephrase that. I am not getting up at the crack of dawn. I'm getting up when I get up, and I'm doing what I have to do, and there's no way that I have the same amount of time in the day that I would have liked or would want to get everything done. But I'm just going to work through it. On this other side of the kitchen, we do have a dishwasher, but alas, it hasn't worked for a very long time, so it doesn't help my life at all. We do have a mini refrigerator, which has gone from beer and drink storage to pasta, and we have pastas in the different places and vegetables. It's been the holding drawer for the potatoes that we are going to start in the garden. So yeah, we'll come back later after the concert and after we've cleaned some things, and we'll just, once upon a time, the hip mamas would do a thing. We would take pictures of the rooms that we needed to clean, and we would share them with each other, and then we would go back later and be like, look, I did it. So that's the kind of thing I'm hoping we can inspire each other to do, and then, get each other through this. All right, so it is 3:30-ish. When I'm finishing videotaping, we're not gonna, I tried to figure out how to get it to turn around so you could see me, but I couldn't do it. So we're all gonna go hopefully watch a bunch of concerts this afternoon and enjoy some of that time. And then we're gonna come back later when this will be uploaded, and then I will do the second video of showing you what we got done and what we didn't get done, and talking about different cleaners and different steps and different techniques and things like that. And okay, sorry about that. There was a spider and I was trying to pay attention to the spider, see if I needed to rehome the spider or not. We don't rehome all spiders here. So all right, and I'm gonna leave you with Cuddles, because isn't Cuddles just awesome? Da, 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 da. Bye.